It looks like we have a plague of Insecticons inside our house today. Anyone have a can of Raid to get rid of these Insecticons? Today we shall be reviewing both the Titan Returns Kickback and Takara's Lg Kickback, and showing the slight differences. This is the Titan Returns version, which is slightly accurate to the original toy, compared instead of being cartoon accurate, except for instead of chrome grasshopper wings, it has yellow, while the Takara version, in a more bid for a cartoon accurate color scheme, has silver with clear. And the eyes on this one are red. The eyes on this one are done like the original toys. This one has the lower abdomen of the cockpit chest painted in black. This one has it all in yellow without any paint. This one has black shoulders and black on the back of the forearm and red lines on the forearms. This one has purple shoulders, black paint on the back of the forearm, but no red. This one has red over here. This one has silver. This one has yellow. That one has yellow. The thighs are both purple. Purple's a slightly different shade on each of them. Everything else is kind of similar. The Decepticon symbol is right underneath the neck on the chest here. And on this one, it's on the side of the chest like the original toy. What's really neat with the Takara one is that the inside of the cockpit is painted silver, which looks really good and gives it a much more robot machine type of feel to it. While this one is just black. So anyways, we will be transforming these. You pull the legs at the back here. And do this to get to the grasshopper mode. And head, you turn. Pull this up. This is where the transformation gets a little tricky. You pull up the insect legs like this, and then you pull back the arms going underneath. See, it's the foreax that's the hard part here. The foreax is kind of annoying and a little tricky to figure out at first. But get the legs, got them there. Joint feels a little loose on one of those legs, but not that bad, quite secure. And you plug this in here like that. You get the forearm, and you get the insect mode there. And there he is in his grasshopper mode. And we'll just compare him. It's almost pretty much the same thing. I'll transform this one in a little bit to give a nice, so that way we can see the comparison. Just give me a moment. I'll skip it for this one. So now we have our two insects inside their insect mode. And now we will reveal the features. First, the pink differences. As before, clear and silver, yellow on this one. See? So we can see how the difference is between both of them. And here's some of the cool features that the insects have, such as being able to move the antennas, kicking legs, so a grasshopper can kick Autobots like this. That's why they call them Kickback, of course, you know. And my favorite feature, the cockpit, which is a nice callback to the Diaclone War Rooter figures, because the original Insecticons had cockpits inside of them, and they could hold War Rooters from Diaclone. So there we go, see? This is why I prefer the paint in this one, because it helps the cockpit to stand out a bit and kind of makes it feel more like a vehicle or the innards of a robot. So now we'll get some Titan Masters or Prime Masters. I will just jump out of my cell here and I'll sit inside the Takara Lg Kickback and to show the Prime Master compatibility that he has. There we go. And now it's time to go on an insect race with grasshoppers. Cannibalistic grasshoppers. We'll put the Voraf in here. And there we go. And if they're securely pegged into the 2 pegs that are there, they should hold in quite well. He's not. Just was not pushed in right. This one, I think, was. So, I didn't get it pushed in right. But it should hold snug and securely by the 2 pegs if you get them in correctly. But it's a pretty nice callback to the Diaclone toy. There we go. Very own grasshopper pet to ride. And so there we go. Only thing I don't really like on these figures is I feel the forearm is a little awkward in how long it is, but it kind of helps to give a more gangly type of monstrous insect sort of look to the robot mode, I suppose, where the human proportions are not exactly quite human, but somewhat insect-like and not human. And so now this is both versions of Kickback. Skullgrin out with another fine review and comparison.